very pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the train yard for Homecoming 2024. The Fairfield Mules host the Flora Wolves in today's homecoming matchup. It's a gorgeous day here in Fairfield. We appreciate all you folks tuning in to Wabash Catch TV's presentation of high school football here on Saturday afternoon. It's been a big weekend already here in Fairfield as there are reunions aplenty all over town. There are reunions of old football teams. There are reunions of old high school classes and reunions of all kinds of families, and as folks get together for Fairfield's homecoming here in 2024. They had the big parade yesterday. As I believe it was they said the FFA float won the prize for best float, and all I know for sure is I was with the one of the sponsors of the sophomore class, and the sophomore class got second place in the float competition yesterday. But that all leads up to today, the football game between the Fairfield Mules and the Flora Wolves. Fairfield comes in with a record of 2-3 on the season, and Flora in with a record of 3-2 on the season. This game will have tremendous implications on the playoff picture for both of these schools. As you look down the road following this game, the Mules have probably one or two, maybe three winnable games on that schedule. They want to get a win here to make the likelihood of a playoff appearance that much more possible. Now, with the Flora Wolves, they have a nice schedule coming up too. If they win here today, they're one win away from playoff eligibility, with Hamilton County on the schedule next week. Flora has 3 home games remaining following today's game. This is game 6 on the year. The Wolves have only had 2 home games so far. They do have 3 home games remaining with Hamilton County next week, and then St. Louis TDW Academy comes in, and that'll be followed by Cesar-Valier on week 9 of the season. The Mules coming in off of a loss last week to Carmi, 36-20. Went down there and played a solid game with Carmi. Just couldn't keep up as the Bulldogs. They were matching them score for score before the Bulldogs kind of picked up a couple late to picked up a couple of wins late, or a couple of touchdowns late to knock off the Mules last Friday night. Or probably, I guess, last Monday night, 3 days ago. That's the other thing today the Mules might need to take into consideration, as they played just a Monday night at Flora. The Hurricane Helene wiped out their game on Friday night. I think they had trouble getting officials for Saturday, so they've only played 5 days ago. It was this game has been on the schedule for Saturday for years, and it's really a good thing that it was scheduled for Saturday, because it would have been a lot tougher. That one extra day helps, that's for sure. As the Marching Mules have taken the field for a little pregame concert. They marched in the parade yesterday along with the Center Street Band. That was a fine group. I'm kind of surprised they're playing a pregame show, but that's cool. Usually bands will just come out and play the national anthem. That's a nice addition for Fairfield. Flora comes in off of a loss last week to Johnston City. They fell 50-14. And that game was relatively close early, and then Johnson City with that big back rash just ran all over the Wolves last Friday night. And again, it was 50-14. That snapped a 3-game winning streak for Coach Brian Tackett and his Wolves, as they had nice wins over CZR 27-24, a win over Edwards County 35-22, and a win over El Dorado 36-22. Coach Tackett would dearly love to keep that or get that streak restarted and get a win here today and put them that much closer to playoff consideration. And it's kind of, when you're 2-3 with only 4 games left for the Fairfield squad, it kind of makes it that much more dire, the need to win. I mentioned that they recognized as homecoming basically a reunion for the 1994 Fairfield Mules squad. They won the NEC back in 1994, and they were honored here before the ball game today. Several of folks you might know if you're a Mules fan were honored prior to the game, including, of course, Kip Walters, quarterback, was out there, along with Marty David was one of the players. Of course, Justin Townsend, Bobby Wells on that squad, as well as the Mules from 1994. And also Coach Bob Hadfield back in town for a few days, as making the trip in from Crescent City, California. Northern California is where Bob lives these days. Good to see the coach. We'll see if we can't get him to come talk on the television here in a little while. Going to have him up here a little while. Going to be kind of a rotating crew coming in here today, as we'll probably have Marty will join here for a while, get a little bit of a reunion from a broadcasting perspective. Marty and I did radio for years and years and years. And it'll give me a good chance. Marty's moved to St. Louis. It'll be a good chance to get Marty back in here and get him back on the radio, see if he still has any of his chops. Probably also try to get another former football player, another 1 or 2 former football players in here, as I suspect we will see maybe former Flying Tomato brother, Matthew Dickey, probably going to be up here after a while. He told me he was anyway. I saw him. Of course, my twin brother, and whenever he comes up here and talks and joins, good luck to you, ladies and gentlemen, telling whose voice is whose, because it's pretty similar. As the band continuing their pregame show, they're going to have the national anthem here in just a moment. As I'm kind of surprised the Mules already out on the field, lined up down in the end zone, getting ready for today's action. 87 degrees here at game time in Fairfield. There was a slight breeze earlier, not one cloud in the sky. It is a bright blue sky. They're calling for a little bit of a breeze. It'll be a hot day. But as long as the kids stay well hydrated, everybody will be okay. But now, under the direction of Josh Livesay, the Marching Mules with our national anthem. Beautiful job by the marching mules. How about those bases? A good loud tuba section as the mules will head down and get ready for build the tunnel for the team to come in. I was mentioning reunions this week. They are honoring the class of 1974, the Fairfield Alumni Association, having their big banquet tonight. That'll be up at the Fairfield Elks Club. I know the class of 1984 having their reunion tonight at the American Legion, as I'll be there for that one. A proud member of the class of 1984. And also we'll have a few friends, going to have a good time. Class of 2004 meeting tonight as well. I think they are at the Flora Hall, but I'm not sure. I can't remember where they are. But yeah, that'll be a fun one as well. As a homecoming weekend, you had the big parade. You'll hope that the parade and such activities didn't distract the football team from the matter at hand. And for the Flora Wolves, nothing Coach Tackett, Parker Helm, and the boys would like better than to spoil the Fairfield homecoming. Here come the Mules. Fairfield in their all blacks with bright white numerals, bright white helmets with the red stripe down the middle and the angry mule on the side. The Flora Wolves coming in on the end as well, the east end of the field in their white jerseys with blue numerals and orange pants and the gorgeous silver helmets of the Flora Wolves. Those are always fun uniforms to play against because, ladies and gentlemen, when you come out at halftime or after the game, you look at your helmet and you see all the silver. It's fun to see all the silver paint on your white helmet. That's a good time. At least that's what it is for us linemen. You know, when you're a lineman, you have to you look for small things to satisfy you. As the twin brother has joined the room. How you doing, twin brother? You going to put the headset on and go on the television, or are you just going to stand there and watch?
I'm going to put the headset on and stand here and watch.
Fairfield won the toss. They will receive the opening kickoff. And they will move from left to right on your screen. Welcome to town, Matthew. Glad. Is this your first high school football game you've seen since when?
1983.
That might be right.
That might be right.
So first football game you've seen since you participated in one.
How come they're not doing the dynamic kickoff thing? Is that part of this?
That's NFL.
Oh, okay.
That's NFL. There's a few changes since 1983. Yeah.
What changes do I need to look out for in high school football?
From the NFL?
No, from 1983.
Actually, not all that much.
The game
usually the team with bigger, faster athletes typically wins.
Are they still using the wishbone?
No, that's a shame. That is the wishbone is no longer in use. It has gone into disuse. As the Wolves about to kick off, it'll be Cormac Massey booting it away. Picking up in the middle of the set is Giuseppe DiMaggio. He's going to get it out across the 41-yard line, and that's where Fairfield will start. A lot of times, Matthew, a team will, whenever they win the toss, they'll basically they'll defer and determine what they want to do in the second half. But Fairfield won the toss, and they immediately took the ball.
That is rare these days.
It is Fairfield,
rare. They must have a plan in place ready to run down the field.
I'm guessing you're right, as Jude Carter gets under center with the double wingback set, handoff straight up the gut, and picking up maybe 2, maybe 3 yards. Eric Locke for Fairfield. Eric Locke in the fullback spot. Out on the right wing, it is Michael Barner. And the left wing is Israel Sargent. He gets the pitch, trying to get around the right side, and the Wolves were well ready for that. As in on the hit, Gage Dugan along with Quentin Black. And that's going to set up third down and long for Fairfield. Mules not a terribly, they don't pass the ball very often. Matthew, they don't need to be behind the sticks here.
Well, I got to tell you what, I was impressed with Florida's lateral movement.
Izzy Sargent gets the pitch, and he comes up the middle, the right side. He will have first down yardage as it gets across midfield. And the Mules will continue this initial drive of the contest.
I think the instant replay will show that was a nice trap for the left guard that came across and opened up that hole.
We'll see instant replay here after a while. Officials today, by the way, Jay Miller along with Dave Holder, John Allen. Sargent still running hard, running through traffic, and he's finally brought down after a gain of 12. He ran over a couple of Flora Wolves, including Adam Pites, as well as Pete's, as well as I believe, I didn't catch the other number. So the Mules driving well on this first set of the game. It's 1st and 10 at the 35. Pitch to Barner. Tries to get around the left end. Nowhere to go, and he's going to end up losing about 3 or 4. Could have been worse. Would that be an instance there, Matthew, where he maybe should have been a little bit more patient with his blockers, or was it breaking down?
I think the left side's a little stouter than the right side. That's what I'm seeing, Bruce.
Second down and 12 after that loss of 2. The Mules need just shy of the 26-yard line for a first down, or 25-yard line. Hand off to Sargent, and he's running hard again. He's going to get across the 30, picks up about 9, and it'll bring up a third down and 3 for Fairfield. Fairfield, they do not really have a place kicker, Matthew, so this pretty much everywhere is 4-down territory.
Bruce, they're making their money. They're eating their whole thing on this right side. The offensive right is all the successful runs have come on that side. That left side is, or at least the defensive right is a little stouter.
Strong side. Oh, my heavens. A handoff trying to get to the left side. Nowhere to go for Locke as he is thrown down rudely by Jaden Lieb. Nice defensive play, and that is a loss of 3 or 4. 3 on the play. It'll bring up, there's your replay. It will bring up a 4th down and 6 for Fairfield. It's kind of bright to see, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't see a thing, but I trust you.
You're wearing sunglasses.
I look good.
Yeah, they're polarized and they mess up the screen there.
That seems like an issue.
Yeah, it would be. 4th and 6. Fake pitch, hand off to Sargent. Up the middle. He is going to be very close. Did he get to the 25? It looks like he got it. The Wolves say no. The officials may bring the chains in for this one. Yep, they are going to bring in the chains. This is going to be very close. He needed a full 6 yards in that spot. Didn't get all the way to the 25-yard line. What's your bet?
No.
Didn't make it?
I believe it's Flora Wolves ball.
Okay, I'll take the other side of that.
What are we wagering?
Quarter. Oh, he's about 3 inches short. How about that? I owe you a quarter.
I want to collect.
You realize that's all you're getting paid today.
That's a raise.
Throw that in the trash. So the Wolves with a outstanding defensive stop. And the Mules turn it over. It'll be Flora Wolves football on downs. Parker Helm, the quarterback, heads under center. Quentin Black and Cormac Massey behind him. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They put a man in motion. That's Huddleston. Handoff straight up the gut. Black, he bounces it out. He'll pick up about 3, maybe 4. Gets out to just shy of the 30-yard line.
That number 20's got a broken hand. He missed that tackle. He couldn't really wrap up.
That would be Miller Simpson. You have a roster in front of you, you realize.
Okay. Do you know what happened to Miller's hand?
I think it's a football injury.
Oh, my. It looks like he's winging a club around out there.
He's been playing for a while with that, for the last 2 or 3 weeks. They want to make sure it's well safe from further injury. Huddleston again in motion. Pitch to Massey. Tries the right side. Cuts it back. He's going to lose yardage. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And it looked like the ball almost came out there, didn't it?
It did. Really nice coverage from Masterson. Nicholas Masterson got out there and turned him back in. And so his friends could come in and help have some meal.
So loss of 1 on the play. Masterson with the help on the tackle. You're watching Wabash Catch TV's presentation of high school football. Bruce Dickey here. Matthew Dickey on the other mic, doing his first game ever. Congratulations.
That probably sounds exactly like it's my first game.
4 receivers to the white. Parker Helm in trouble. Ball! He loses the ball. He gets it back as in on the head, even with the club arm. Miller Simpson on the dog stunt, and it's going to be a loss of about 12.
That was nice. Healthy and Masterson were in there on that one. The 2 guys that we've been talking about, Simpson and Masterson.
Helm tried to spin away, and when he did, there was nowhere to go. So Jaden Lee back to kick. Good snap. He brings it down. The boot is away.
Nice punt.
Back deep for the Mules. Austin Grieve bobbles it, picks it up at the 44. He's going to pick up a couple before he is knocked down by Gage Dugan and Cameron Boyer for the Wolves. So 6:19 remaining here in the first quarter. Each team has had a shot at a possession. Neither team successful in scoring points, but you got to figure the Mules' first possession was a little bit more of a confidence builder probably than the Wolves.
Well, they certainly drew more blood than the Wolves, Bruce. They got about halfway down the really nice flip of the field.
First and 10 for Fairfield at their own 48. Good field position. Pitch to Barner. Barner cuts up the middle, drags players with him before being dragged backwards and thrown backwards. Jaden Lieb in on the tackle for Flora, and that will bring up second down, a gain of 6 on the play. Second down.
Well, the Mules aren't keeping the Mules aren't keeping too many secrets. They line up like they're going to be running it every play. They never spread anybody out.
This is the first football you've watched in 40 years, isn't it? That's the Mules offense for the last 15 years, 20 years since Justin Townsend's been here. As Barner gets another carry, he's going to get close to the first down. Not going to make it, as it'll bring up third down and about a yard for Fairfield.
Well, back in our day, Bruce, they called that the flying wedge that those guys are playing.
You know, that's illegal.
Is it?
Flying wedge has been illegal since like 1930.
Like I said,
that's basically what it is. You're right.
It's exactly
hand
what
off
it
and the
is.
ball gets loose. Locke, did he fall on it? Looks like Fairfield will fall on the football. Roll forward, but I don't think they're going to give them any more yardage. It will be a first down, however, as the spot of the fumble recovery is the 42-yard line. That football here in the 87-degree heat might be a little slick, Matthew.
It might well be. I tell you what, they're all having a little trouble. There was a muff on the punt. There was the muff on the snap there.
I don't know, we saw Flora when they had the ball fumbled a couple of times. First and 10 for the Mules. Barner again. More patient with his block. Bounce it out to the outside. He's going to pick up 5 or 6. Still on his feet. Gets across the 36 to around the 35-yard line. And that's where he'll be finally hauled down. Michael Barner in for, he is replacing Logan Tullis, who was injured a couple of weeks ago. Logan Tullis scored against, who was that? Johnston City, I believe, and then was injured a little bit later in that game. And fake handoff to Barner, handoff back the other way, and a first down for Fairfield as Izzy Sargent, again, carrying the bacon. Israel Sargent, I talked to his dad before the ball game. I said, how's Izzy doing?
How's he feeling?
He says, well, he went to bed last night at 9 o'clock. I said, well, he's probably feeling pretty good. Well, he says, yeah, he needs to be.
Okay.
Because they just played Monday. They played Carmi on Monday.
The varsity football played on Monday night?
They had a hurricane last week, so they had to delay it. Speaking of flying wedge, finally Barner comes up with the football, loses the handle, tries to go back the other way. He's breaks a tackle. He's got a wide open field to the right, and he's going to get dropped at around the 22-yard line. All that for a gain of about 5, but a flag in the backfield, and I believe it's going to be holding against Fairfield. Another flag at the tackle, maybe offsetting penalties, holding against the Mules. And the other,
I think they're both holding against the Mules 2 times.
Well, if so, they'll administer it from the 31, and that'll put Fairfield all the way back to the 41-yard line, where they're looking at a first down and about 21.
Oh, they only went back to the 36.
I'm confused by that. Oh, they went from that one for some reason. 10 yards from the second foul.
The quarterback gets a bit of a workout. He comes all the way here for the play call, all the way to the sideline.
He's young. Jude Carter's in shape. Hand off to Sargent on the delay. He cuts through that right side again, and he's going to get back near the original line of scrimmage to around the 28-yard line. From there, it will be second down and about 12.
The Mules are getting a nice surge on the line. They're pushing off pretty good. I mean, line of scrimmage seems to be moving to the right a couple of steps.
Well, you've got a lot of size. You've got a lot more size on the right side of the Mule line than you have on the defensive left of the Flora Wolves. Pitch again to Sargent. He gets a block. He's going to get dropped at about the 26. Nice tackle out there by Andrew Hartman. So they're back in front of the original line of scrimmage, but it's still going to bring up third down and pretty long. Third down at 10. As the Mules need the 16-yard line, and they have 2 plays to get there. Defensive front of the Wolves, Delaney Bullard along with Quentin Black over there on the right corner. Hand off to Sargent. He's not going anywhere. Another tackle for loss by Jaden Lieb.
Jaden Lieb's been in the Mule backfield the last 2-3 plays.
Lieb gets up slowly. He's kind of tired, but that's a loss of 4 on the play. And the Mules are looking at fourth down and very long. 4th and 14.
They don't kick. They don't punt.
They do punt.
Okay.
But you're not going to punt from the 30. As back to throw is Jude Carter. Rolls to his right. Catch is made by Austin Grieve, but he's only going to pick up about 5. And again, the Mules offense will turn it over on downs as the defense of Flora steps up. And Mules picked up another 30 yards or so, but then moved backwards with the penalties, and it'll be Flora football.
Flora had a 3-and-out last time. Let's see if that can, if the Mules can do that again.
Parker Helm, again, the quarterback. He's a junior, 2-year starter, following his brother's footsteps. They have 2 receivers split to the left. Fake the handoff. They throw the screen to the left side, incomplete, intended for Braxton Huddleston coming off of that motion. Mules had that pretty well sussed out too, didn't they, Matthew?
Yeah, that wasn't going to go anywhere if he had caught it. That was going nowhere. Good crowd here at the Mule Barn today. What train yard is what
train
they call
yard.
it? The train yard. Mule Barn's inside.
Mule Barn's inside.
Okay.
You know why they call it the train yard?
Can you regale us with the great train robbery story, Bruce?
There's a train right there next to the track. Back to throw. It's across the middle, incomplete. Intended over the middle for Jace Moore. And the Wolves sputtering offensively here on their second possession of the game. As a couple of the Parker Helm, a pretty solid quarterback. He came in here with good numbers. What was his?
He picked the wrong target on that one, Bruce. The Quentin Helm was opening right up, or Quentin 24.
Quentin Black.
Quentin Black was opening up.
Black and Massey in the backfield along with Helm. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Helm throws to his right, Massey on the screen, and
nice
he is brought down immediately by Lane Robson on the tackle for Fairfield. He, speaking of getting it sussed out, loss of 2 on the play, and that will force another punt for the Flora Wolves.
You called it, Bruce. They are sputtering. The Wolves are going nowhere fast this game.
Jaden Lieb heads back to punt. He's doing it all. Snap last time, he brought it down. It's good having a 6'4 punter. And he had to bring that one down again. Left-footed kicker. It'll bounce at the Flora 49, takes a Fairfield bounce. Mules will have it with 30 seconds remaining here in this first quarter.
Really good field position start for the Mules today.
Another one. That's the thing. They need to take advantage of their field position as Flora has just been starting in the dregs back at their own 20 or 25, their 2 possessions. The Mules have started near midfield or across midfield now for their 3 times. First 2 unsuccessful. Will they do something here on the 3rd try? As they sprint to the line of scrimmage.
Jacobs Combs feisty.
Handoff straight up the gut.
He knew he had the main block on that one.
Yeah, Sargent from the fullback spot that time. And he will pick up 9, most likely the final play of the first quarter. As Fairfield able to move the football with some success in that quarter. But Flora in the using the bend but don't break defense have been able to hold the Mules out of the end zone. After 1 period of play on homecoming day here in Fairfield, there is no score.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
This is Christy, inviting you to wrap yourself in lasting luxury at Carnaby Square. We specialize in one-on-one customer service, high quality, head-turning, on-trend fashions, footwear, accessories, and a complete line of Brighton leather goods and jewelry. If you want to nix fast fashion and invest in a true-to-size, ethically manufactured wardrobe that you'll wear for years, it's time to treat yourself at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
And welcome back here to start the second quarter. No score. The Mules with the football, 2nd and 1 at the 38 of Flora. I'm joined by former Fairfield head football coach Bob Hadfield. Coach Hadfield, welcome. Glad to see you back in Fairfield.
It's an honor to be here with these guys. The 94 team. It's just such a pleasure to see them all again.
The class of 94 squad, the NEC champs from 1994 were honored before the game. How often do you ever get to see any of these kids? I bet you it's the first time in 30 years you've seen some of those kids.
It's the first time in about 30 years I've seen some of them. I saw a few when my son was in college at Southern Illinois. We would come back and visit. I keep in touch with a few of them over the phone, but most of them I hadn't seen in 30 years.
How's the family doing? How is Thor? Is he still bouncing around the pros?
Thor's doing great. My oldest son lives in Pasadena, and my daughter Jacqueline, professor at Louisiana State.
No kidding. Professor what?
Women's health.
I tell you what, good for her. Is she able to get you tickets for football?
No, I'm not an SEC fan.
Oh, you're not? That's fun to watch. That Alabama-Georgia game was one of the best of the year last week. You were busy watching Illinois at Penn State, weren't you?
Go Bears, Cal Bears.
Hey, now that's going to be a fun one. You're going to be able to see that tonight. It's a late one, like a 10:30 start.
No, I'll be spending time with this team. It's been a pleasure to see these guys, and we had a good time last night, and I'm sure we're going to have a good time here at the game. And thanks, Justin Townsend, for putting this together and honoring us.
You spent, 8 years at Fairfield?
I was here for 6.
6 years.
Six wonderful years. We had good teams.
And then after that, you've stayed in education since then, haven't you? Where are you now?
I have. I'm at the high school in Northern California, Del Norte High School in Crescent City, which is the furthest northern town in the state, right on the coast.
Really? So you're up by Oregon?
Right, yeah, just south of the Oregon border, right on the ocean.
Why are you rooting for Cal then instead of Oregon or Oregon State?
Because I live in California.
Well, I guess that makes some sense. As the Mules continue to move downfield, they get to around the 10-yard line. Izzy Sargent, number 7 out there for Fairfield, he looks like he could have played for the 94 Mules, don't you think?
Oh, I think he could have. I'd have taken that big number. Was it 70?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have taken him.
Yeah, you need a little size on the line. You had some pretty good size on that team.
We had a phenomenal team. They were strong, fast. They were.
And that the thing with that team, they were dedicated. They were in the weight room all the time, weren't they?
They worked hard and they played hard, and it was a pleasure to coach that bunch.
As Sargent tries the left side, he's going to stumble, and it'll bring up a third down and about 1 or 2. He maybe made it back to the line of scrimmage +1. Whenever you left Fairfield, did you get out of coaching altogether, or did you coach elsewhere?
I pretty much got out altogether. 1 year I took over. There was an absence of coaching staff, and I said I could do it for 1 year, but my heart wasn't in it. It's a full-time job to be a good coach, and I knew I didn't have the enthusiasm I had before, so.
Well, I mean, that's also, you kind of see it's a young man's game as the run over the left side. Cale Milner gets near the end zone. It'll be 1st and goal for Fairfield. It is kind of a young man's game, isn't it, coaching?
It is, but if you stay with it, it keeps you young too, because you're working with the high school kids and there's never a dull moment, and it's fun.
Is that one of the biggest thrills of coaching and teaching, is the opportunity to see kids grow and excel?
Absolutely. It is. It's fun to, we all have our own paths in life, but it's just fun to, touchdown Mules, baby.
Cale Milner, touchdown, Fairfield, a 1-yard plunge.
It's all about being a good person when it's said and done. Speaking of good person, I'd like to get a plug to Coach Book, who passed away, was a great assistant coach. And I would also like to say something.
Beloved in the community, too.
Exactly. And Rena Talbert was our principal at the time.
Also gone.
Right. And Terry Ayers was an outstanding athletic director. We got great support from administration. And our town, it was so much fun during that time. The enthusiasm that it generated. And
that's one thing you, and along with Ron Graham probably before you, helped to build a kind of an infrastructure that the Fairfield staff has been able to maintain for quite some time. That's got to be something you're proud of too, right?
Oh, yeah, it was easy. I inherited I was told they were going to be good, and you never know, but I knew after that first year, I said, these guys are special. And I was a little, still don't understand why the coach left, knowing what was coming up, because I was glad he left, because it gave me an opportunity to coach a great bunch of boys.
Well, he got an administration job. You can't blame a guy probably getting a pay raise of about a third or something.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah,
it was a pleasure. These kids, they're having fun over there, and I keep calling them kids. They're 47, 48-year-old men.
Well, I was going to say, you keep mentioning your kids from that team. They aren't kids. I was watching some of them jog out there on the introduction. Some of them didn't want to jog.
They didn't make it. Yeah. It was fun because we had a rule. You had to run on the field. You'd never walked on the field.
Oh, is that right?
That's they know.
Well, that's
was fun.
That's wonderful. I got to tell you, you've seemed to have been outstanding luck here for the Mules. You were able to help them get a touchdown on there. Finally, I appreciate you giving me a few minutes here,
yes,
Coach
sir.
Hadfield.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here, and enjoy the rest of the weekend, okay?
What's that?
I said, thanks for being here and enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Thank you. Go Mules.
There you go. Coach Bob Hadfield, former head coach of the Fairfield Mules from 1991 to 97? 92 to 97. And one of the better runs of Fairfield Mules football. They're in an outstanding run right now as Flora has the football with about 8 minutes, 44 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Fairfield has taken a 6-0 lead. And the handoff coming around the left side, slipping and falling for the Wolves on the reverse, Braxton Huddleston. Hey, thanks, Bob. Appreciate it. Check that wasn't Huddleston. That was Jarrett Burkett on the carry as Huddleston comes in now. Bob Hadfield, Matthew, was the second coach after Rick Reinhardt.
Tell you
Ron
what,
Graham first, then Rick, and then Bob Hadfield.
He brings a lot of success. The Mules went down and marched and got a touchdown while he was here.
I thanked him for bringing the luck to the Fairfield.
Well, I appreciate him getting off the mic before Flora got the ball back.
As Cormac Massey tries the left side, and the Mules swarm him. It's going to be a 3rd down and 11 for Flora. Parker Helm, you got to figure, is going to have to go unleash that arm again, see if he's able to find an open receiver. The Wolves under Coach Tackett, they've had success this year. They're 3-2. They've made the playoffs a time or two in the last 3 or 4 years, and they're looking to get an inside track today. Helm rolls to his right, throws. He's got a man open. It is caught and knocked out of bounds. Garrett Patridge with the catch, and that'll be just enough for a 1st down, a gain of 12 on the play.
That was a pretty gutsy call, rolling out to the right. They had it well set up. The line was set, ready to prepare to protect his back, and they're
trying to run away from Miller Simpson's club arm over there.
I think that's probably right.
He's got the club ready to go. 2 backs, Massey and Black beside Helm in the backfield. He hands it to Quentin Black. Tries the right side. He's got the corner. He's going to pick up 3, maybe 4, before he is shoved out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. There's a late flag on the field. It'll be holding against Flora. I mentioned to these officials earlier, Jay Miller in the white hat. Britt Garrison along with Jared Knapp. Also John Allen and Dave Holder, pardon me. That's Brent Garrison in the umpire, or probably not the umpire, the back judge. And so replay 1st down after the penalty. It'll be 1st and 17. Fake handoff throw to the left side, incomplete. Intended over there for Huddleston, and Lane Robson knocks him away.
Brayton Robertson's coming up a little bit limpy there, Bruce, for the Mules. Number 18. He's not coming off. Oh, here he comes.
Yeah, he's certainly favoring that leg, isn't he? As he's replaced in the Mules lineup. Also late leaving the field is Keegan Bear. They miscounted. Now he's back in there. The throw is deep, intended for Huddleston. It's incomplete. Mules got a break that time. They were playing 11 on 10. Some confusion. Usually you get a timeout. It was too late for Fairfield to call timeout before that play got going, as the confusion didn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, yeah, they have 11 on the field.
Well, he was a step on the field, Bruce, and he was here he comes back.
Well, now they have 12. Bear will finally come off, and there's 11. Okay. Keegan comes to the sideline, says, come on, am I supposed to be on or off? What do you want? Cormac Massey, the back beside Parker Helm. Helm will throw. He's got 2 receivers each side, throws it deep to the left. Intended and incomplete, intended for Jace Moore. And the Wolves will face 4th down and very long.
The Wolves they've tried to open up the game a little bit. They've been passing this possession, but not with much success. But they're trying to extend the defense a little bit, get them off the line.
You look at the wind up there, Jaden Lieb's going to have to deal with. It appears to me that Cale Milner and Austin Grieve are too deep. They're probably about 15 yards too deep. We'll see where Lieb's kick ends up.
That's a low kick.
It will bounce at the 36. Caught on the run by Cale Milner. He'll get across the 40 to the 42-yard line before he's brought down by Adam Peets.
That's favorable field position again for the Mules, Bruce.
Across the 40, you're right, as Fairfield will begin their fourth possession of the game. They've been successful.
Well, now that they've got the wind at their back, I'm sure they'll open up the pass, right?
They might. Jude Carter, quarterback for Fairfield, heads in to the huddle. The junior, 5'10". They do send Robson out wide to the right, not too terrifically wide. And a flag is thrown. It'll be illegal shift. No, pardon me, illegal substitution against the Wolves. 5-yard penalty. Wolves had 12 on the field. They'll bring up first down and 5. That's an easy way to go. Pick up yardage. I didn't see the 12th man.
I saw one go off, and now they have 11.
You count?
I did. Do I need to count out loud?
No. Well, with you, I saw the fingers moving.
Okay. Taking my shoe off.
Option and kind of a messed up play. Jude Carter's going to maybe get back to the line of scrimmage as Barner was trying to head the option out to the left-hand side. Looks like he and Izzy Sargent are talking with each other in the backfield and in the huddle, trying to get that cleaned up as the Mules, no loss on the play, but no gain either. It'll bring up a second down and 5.
He had nowhere to go. The Wolves have done a nice job there. They're still struggling with their substitutions, Flora.
Tucker Childers wanted to come in, and then he turned around and ran off as Izzy Sargent picks up the first down, a gain of around 10. And it'll move across midfield. Fairfield will have it. First and 10 at the 46 of Flora.
I believe that was the play they were trying to run before. It had a little misdirection, and I think they misdirected it themselves the first time, but that time it worked very well.
First and 10, Fairfield at the 46 of Flora. Barner with the pitch, cuts it up. He's going to get to the 45 and not much more. Lieb helped out by Cormac Massey along with Delaney Bullard, bringing down the senior for Fairfield.
Bruce, that big Jaden Lieb's having a nice defensive game already. He's in the backfield half the time.
Defensive end, right defensive end for Flora. That's maybe why the Fairfield offense has been running to the right so much.
I believe that's probably right. He's got a nice wingspan, too. I bet you see him in basketball season.
We will see Jaden Lieb coming up in basketball season, that's for sure. Pitch to Sargent, tries the right side. He's got a block. He gets it. He cuts inside. He's to the 35, near the 30-yard line before he is dropped. It'll be a first down, Fairfield. Sargent already having a big day. He might be near 100 yards. It'll be first and 10, Fairfield at the 31 of the Wolves. Wolves with the hands on their hips and hands on their knees. This is a tired front line. Only halfway through the second quarter. Mules offensive line beginning to wear and tear.
They got some nice momentum going, Bruce.
On the Wolves. Robson split out wide left. Pitch goes to Grieve. And there's your man, Jaden Lieb, spinning Grieve to the ground. A loss of about 3 on the play, maybe 2 on the play, back to the 33-yard line.
It was virtually unblocked. I think the expectation was that they'd run around the outside of him. He didn't let him have the end.
As Michael Barner checks back in for Fairfield, Sargent heads to the bench. With a second down and 12, that might indicate the Mules are planning on throwing this play.
Braxton Huddleston in for Flora, Bruce.
Mules split it. 2 receivers to each side. In the shotgun. Fake the handoff to Barner. The keeper in the nice room for Carter. He gets across the 20, and he's going to have first down yardage in the red zone now for Fairfield.
Yeah, they held him up and gave him some punishment for that run, Bruce.
Gage Dugan might have gotten the worst of it, though, for Flora, as he's still on the ground.
Yeah.
In some amount of pain. They're going to bring in Dr. Jed Jones along with the Flora staff coming in to take a look.
I think that's good timing for Jude Carter as well.
There'll be officials timeout. It's going to be a water break time. We'll take a timeout as well back after this work.
Carson Auction Realty is the one-stop shop for all your real estate needs. With over 40 years in business, Carson Auction Realty is the only company in the area that offers public auctions, real estate brokerage, and certified appraisals. If you're considering selling your farm, home, or commercial property, give us a call, and we can assist you in every step of your real estate sale, from pricing your property correctly to properly marketing to find any potential buyers, and most importantly, selling property for top dollar. To contact us, go to our website, carsonauctionrealty.com, or call our office at 662-4911.
6-0 Fairfield leads. Fairfield scored on a 1-yard plunge with 8:40 to go in the here in the second quarter, and the Mules with a nice drive going here.
They've
trying to add on.
They've had now 4 nice drives, Bruce. A couple have been stopped at the end, but there's Jude Carter.
Jude Carter on the keeper again. He's going to get near the 10-yard line before he's brought down. A gain on the play of about 8. It will bring up second down, maybe a gain of 7 on the play. Give him second down and 3 from the 11-yard line. I think that water break, I'm pretty sure Flora needed that pretty badly. They needed the timeout on their defensive line. That's a big helper.
Yeah, the fellas have their hands on the hips now instead of their knees.
Yeah, it's a little better. Instead of the knees,
it's an improvement.
Yeah, there you go.
Way to go.
As Jude Carter brings them to the line. Tailback's Cale Milner. He gets the football. He gets across the 10. He's going to have near first down yardage. Looks like he's got them. They're going to move the chains, and it'll be first and goal for Fairfield. They've had some success here in the second quarter, moving from the right to the left, the west to the east, and that's against the wind. The wind is spinning around, turning around all day, isn't it?
That is. It's about a one-club win, Bruce.
What's that, 10 yards?
Yeah. Well,
for most people.
Yeah.
Cale Milner gets inside the 5.
7.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. 3. when you're short anyway.
Yeah.
Second and goal from the 4 for Fairfield. With just 2 minutes to go here in this first half. This has been a nice drive by the Mules. They've burned about 4 minutes of clock. I think it started about 5:40 to go in the half. As handoff again to Milner. He tries the right side. Touchdown, Fairfield Mules.
Each one of those runs down the middle, Bruce, is just a gut punch for that defensive line.
4-yard plunge for Cale Milner. Here with 1:47 to go in the second. The Mules take a 12-0 lead, and they're going to go for 2. See if they can't add to the action. Timeout is taken by who?
By the Mules.
Fairfield takes a timeout. We'll take one as well as they get reset back after this word.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
1:47 to go here in the first half. It is homecoming day. Matthew, welcome back, class of 1984.
Absolutely. It's great to be back in Fairfield. I was here in August, Bruce. We were talking golf a couple of minutes ago. Shout out to our mother, who is playing golf right now instead of listening to you and her dear sons on the football.
note to you, Mom doesn't watch or listen to me. I've been doing this for 30 years. I'm pretty sure she's never heard or seen a game.
I'm not sure she knows you do this.
I'm pretty sure you're right. Here we are for the extra point. Fairfield trying to bump their lead to 14. Double handoff back to Barner. He's in. So, with 1:47 to go in the first half, the Mules take a 2-touchdown lead. 14-0. Back after this word.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Stick around at the half, ladies and gentlemen. We will announce the homecoming attendance and coronation, as well as I believe the Marching Mules will perform, but I think they'll do the coronation first and then probably take a quick break, come back and watch the Marching Mules a little bit.
Is there a dance tonight?
There is a dance tonight. The homecoming kids are all getting together as the kick is away, gathered at the 30-yard line. And Dugan brings it up to around the 40. Nice run. Good to see Gage Dugan back in the game. He was laying on the ground in some heavy pain about 3 minutes ago.
Nice tackle by Austin Grieve for the Mules.
So it will be 1st and 10. Flora, they have all 3 timeouts remaining. Will Coach Brian Tackett choose to use them if they start moving the ball? I'm sure he will. Flora hadn't really been able to get much going offensively, have they, Matthew?
No, I don't believe they've had more than 1 or 2 first downs, if.
Parker Helm spreads them. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Cormac Massey beside him in the backfield. That pitch to the left side is caught, and the ball's loose. It's going to be knocked out of bounds and actually picked up there by Patridge. But there's a flag down. I think it was an illegal block right where the catch was made, wasn't it?
Yeah, he threw it. The flag actually landed on the Flora player, the miscreant.
That's a great one. I haven't used or heard that word in a long time. And it will be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Moves the football back to the 32. And it'll be 1st down and 18. With the ball going out of bounds, that stops the clock. No, they will restart the clock. I guess it didn't get out of bounds. I was thinking about Fairfield maybe trying to get the football back. 4 on the right side, bubble screen. It is caught by Patridge. Gets away from one defender. He's going to get a pickup about 5 yards, knocked out of bounds at around the 37-yard line of Flora. They need the 49 for a 1st down, so it'll be 2nd down and 12.
Another tackle there by the best defender on the field, Sammy Sideline, Bruce.
Sammy Sideline doesn't miss a tackle, does he?
Doesn't miss a tackle. Austin Grieve pushing him out.
Another 4 receiver set to the to the right side. As Parker Helm has 1 receiver on the left. He looks to the right, throws a deep one intended for Patridge. It is caught at the 26-yard line. Patridge able to catch it over Austin Grieve. Patridge with a nice height advantage, and he put it to good use there.
A bit of a push-off right before the end of that catch, Bruce, but must not have been enough to raise the attention.
Timeout is taken by the Flora Wolves with 1:12 to go here in the first half. We'll take it as well. Fairfield leading 14-0, but Flora on the move.
If you're looking for a loan for your brand new home, call Clay County State Bank. If you want to transfer money so your future will look sunny, call Clay County State Bank. We got checking and savings and bill pay too.
An online bank, just ask our crew. For all your banking needs, we think you will agree.
Clay County State Bank is the place you need to be.
Clay County State Bank.
Appreciate you folks tuning in to Wabash Catch TV. Today as the Wolves take on the Mules, the Mules homecoming. Bruce Dickey here along with Matthew Dickey on the other microphone. Mason Hager on one of the cameras. Steve Jordan upstairs on top. Don Ross over on the left side camera. Abby Springmeyer and Ty Landreth out in the truck. Ty Landreth and Abby, both, I believe, Flora High School graduates.
Tough day for them.
Well, not yet, depending. As Quentin Black gets the screen and open field tackle by Miller Simpson. Saved the Mules bacon right there. Clock will continue to run. Gain of 5 on the play for Black. We're under a minute to go here in the first half. Wolves still have 2 timeouts remaining. Helm to throw again. Hurry up offense. He's going to run up the middle as he faked the throw. He's going to have very close to first down yardage. I believe he has it.
Nice hit by Nick Munoz at the end. They're moving quick.
As the clock is stopped and timeout is taken by the Wolves. With 45 seconds to go, they have moved inside the 15-yard line. We'll take a timeout as well. Back after this word.
Clay County Hospital is your life-saving connection. We have spent our lives preparing for when you need us. Quality professional care right at home. Our team will support you and your family so you never feel alone. We will make you feel welcome whether you need care, are visiting a loved one, or seeking employment. Clay County Hospital. Professional care, compassionate hearts.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 45 seconds away from all the fans' favorite event of the year. Bruce Dickey describes fashion.
I'm really looking forward to this, Bruce. Can we start calling you Tim Gunn?
You might.
All right.
You don't have to do that, though. I guess that's better than what's the gal on that show. She has more money, though. 14-0. Parker Helm back to throw. Looks to his left. Ooh. It is caught. Miller Simpson with the tackle. Gain of about 5 on the play. The catch is made by Dugan.
It's a nice catch.
The Wolves do have 1 timeout remaining. Football at the 10-yard line, and they will spike it. So they will be looking at a 3rd down and a long 5. They need the 5-yard line for the first down with 29 seconds to go when play resumes here in just a moment. That was a nice play by the Wolves. But I was kind of surprised they didn't go closer to the sideline.
It was a really nice catch because he was being tackled pretty aggressively by Simpson.
Simpson hit him before the ball got there.
That's what I saw.
Helm to throw. Looks to his right. Now looks over the middle. He's being chased out of the pocket. He throws it away. And that will bring up a 4th down.
Do they have a kicker?
No. I don't think so. 4th down and 6. If they did have a kicker, right now would be, what, a 27-yard field goal. If you have a kicker, that's when you would do it.
I see no one coming on the field.
22 seconds to go in the half.
This is the first progress their offense have made. Why not take the gamble, Bruce?
Flora needs 6 for a first down. They need 11 for a touchdown. High snap brought down by Helm. Throws to his right. It is incomplete. And it'll be Fairfield football taking over on downs at their own 11-yard line with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Mules defense stiffens and holds at the 11-yard line. I'm kind of surprised Coach Tackett didn't burn that 3rd time out instead of spiking it, because you had 3rd and 6 when they spiked it, and that made desperation on one play.
I believe the quarterback took that option out of his hands.
Yeah, he may have. So Mules most likely will just snap it, take a knee, and head to the locker room. That's what they will do. As the homecoming coronation set to occur just in front of us here. Stick around here, folks. We're going to stay right here with it as the teams will leave the field. The band not going to take the field quite yet. Where is the band?
On the right.
There, down on the right. Okay. Down there hanging out with the
here they come.
With the reunion people, or what reunion folks are down there, the class of '94 football squad.
Oh, is that who's down there under the tent?
Yeah, they announced the 94 squad before the ball game, the NEC champs.
Great team.
You did get here late, didn't you? Did you see that team play, by the way?
Let's say that again.
Did you see that team play?
I never did see that team play. I heard a lot of good things about them. I think I was living in Chicago almost. At the Kankakee.
94 would have been Kankakee, I believe, for you. Before Toledo, right?
Before Toledo.
Where do you live now, Colorado?
Yes, Bruce, I live in Denver,
Is that
Colorado.
right? I didn't know.
Metropolitan Denver, Colorado. If you're familiar with Denver, it's very near Red Rocks is where I live.
I am somewhat familiar with the area.
Have you been to Red Rocks Amphitheater?
I have a couple of times. Once for a concert, once for messing around. It is the high school coronation. First attendant today down there, it's a cheerleader. Paisley Barber. She's the daughter of Chad and Jessica Barber. She's a football and basketball cheerleaders. By the way, did you know they have two different crews now, cheerleaders?
Two different what?
Crews. They have a basketball crew and a football crew.
I did not know that. More people get to participate. I think that's
exactly right. She's active in the FFA, student council, and a member of the FCA, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. She is escorted by Jacob Allfield. He's the son of Luke, and Luke Allfield has a senior son. I can't believe I am so old.
Yes, you are.
I saw Luke Allfield play at Edwards County. It seems like yesterday, but it must have been 25 years ago or so. Jacob's son of Luke and Bridget Allfield. He's played football a year, wrestled a couple, played pickleball for 2 years. When he doesn't work at Dairy Queen, he helps his dad when he competes in the strongman competition.
Did I understand you to say there's a pickleball competition in Fairfield High School?
That's what I don't know that. I think that's what it may be full of beans here.
I think he may have pulled one over on the announcer.
It's another cheerleader. Second freshman attendant, Nora Oliver. She's the daughter of Jessica and Tony Oliver. She is a basketball and a football cheerleader as well. Does competition cheer, a member of the FCHS. How about this one? FCHS swim team.
Wow, where do they swim?
A swimmer for the Fairfield area swim team during the summer. She does dance competitions for Impressions Dance Productions as a member of the First Christian Church Youth Group. She's escorted by Maverick Lyons. Maverick, the son of Heath and Caitlin Lyons, and Ashton and Wayne Shreve. While attending FCHS, he's been a member of band for 4 years, show choir for 4 years, and Scholastic Bowl for 4 years. Also a former member of Mules football and wrestling teams for 3 years and has been in musical production for 3 years. Maverick plans to go to college, get a degree in music education. He'd like to teach band and choir and theater at the high school level. Next is our first sophomore attendant, Ren Braddock. In a fancy black number with feathers.
That's kind of a faux boa she's got.
Is that a faux boa? Okay, I like that. That'll work. She is the daughter of Minnie Brokaw and Jason Braddock. She's played tennis for 2 years, basketball for 2 years, and track for 2 years. She's a member of the FFA, Student Council, and the 4-H Federation. She's escorted by Israel Sargent, Izzy, the son of John and Heather Sargent, and Jesse and Carl Wright. Izzy's played football for 4 years, been a member of track for 3, spent 2 years on the wrestling team after high school. Izzy plans on joining the United States Army. Welcome. The second sophomore attendant this afternoon is Remy Taylor. Remy's the daughter of Stephanie and Ryan Taylor. She's been a track and cross country for both her years in high school, member of the FFA, also 4-H, and has participated in rodeo pulls for 8 years. She works at Sweet Tea and Jesus and is a member of the Mill Shoals Baptist Church. Also taking classes as a sophomore at Frontier. That's pretty
Rodeo
good.
What? Rodeo pulls?
Rodeo pulls.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either. She's escorted by Jacob Combs, the son of Jeff and Yvette Combs. He's played football for 4 years, tennis for 4 years, been a member of FFA, and does trap shoot for the Sportsman's Club. His post-high school plans are to go to Lake Superior College in Duluth to become a pilot.
Wow.
After that, he'd like to fly for Air Evac.
Good for him.
Usually Those pilots come out of the military, don't they?
Yeah, that's right. We've got a couple of military attachments here.
First junior attendant is Leela Duckworth. She's the daughter of Jess and Morgan Duckworth, also in black. She is on the golf team, captain of the show choir, member of the drama club, as well as serving as a class officer, a member of the FCA, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and also a member of FFA. Student council member and serves as the area representative for the district student council. She's escorted by Miller Simpson. She's holding that arm right above the club.
Right above the club.
That's handy. Miller's the son of Cam and Melissa.
I see what you did there.
You see what I did there. That's pretty good, huh? During his 4 years at FCH, he's played football, all four, baseball a couple, basketball one, wrestling a year. Also a member of FFA and the FCA. After high school, he plans to join the Air Force Academy. Good for Cam.
Another
good
military.
For Miller. And as well as help out Cam on the farm. Second junior attendant, finally a red dress with a large bow on the back of it. That's
a large train she's got behind
very
her.
Nice. Olivia Ward, the daughter of Kendall and Michelle Ward. Olivia does competitive dance at Sloan's Dance Studio in West Franklin, is assistant coach for tumbling at Sloan's Dance and the Gymnastics Studio, 2-year member of FCCLA, and a member of the King's Chapel Church. Olivia escorted by Eric Locke, the son of Chris and Becca Locke. Eric's played football for 4 years, track and field for 3, baseball for a year. Also worked on the yearbook staff. His future plans are to go to college, get a general engineering degree, and become an electrical lineman. That would be that's available out at Frontier. You can become a journeyman lineman out at the Frontier. Now the Queen candidates, the seniors, ladies and gentlemen. One of these young ladies will be the Queen. One of these young men will be the King. Our first Queen candidate, Molly Ann Medler. She's the daughter of Stacy Morris, active in the Be the Change Club at FCHS and is employed at McDonald's. Her future plans are to go to the University of Southern Indiana, complete a degree in the Diagnostic Medical Sonography program, and after completion of that program, she wants to be a general ultrasound tech. That is a specific trade. Good for her. Molly is escorted by Jays Boob, son of Meredith Cook and stepson of Dakota Cook. He's played football for 4 years. He also has says that he's a pain to Sarah Turner, the trainer. His future plans include playing football in college and obtain a degree in criminal justice. Once he receives his degree, he'd like to go to work for the DEA.
Another man who wants to serve his country a little bit. Good for him.
That's absolutely right. Second Queen candidate, Olivia Rebecca Smith. She's a member of show choir, Scholastic Society. Has played basketball for 3 years and softball for 4. She attends Central Christian Church in Mount Vernon and the youth group at the First Christian Church. She helps with the New Hope softball team. That's a good softball team. And is an assistant and was the 2023 Miss Fairfield Fall Fun Fest. So congratulations to her. Future plans include attending FCC and then transferring to a major university majoring in elementary education. So she'll go out here and then go up there.
Okay.
Escort by Justice Dagg. Justice, the son of Deirdre and Ryland. Dagg, during his 4 years at Fairfield Community High School, he's played basketball and golf. After graduating high school, he plans to attend Arizona to study renewable sources engineering. You might be hiring that guy sometime.
Someday I'll be knocking on his door.
There you go. That is renewable sources. That's kind of what you're into, right?
That's exactly what I'm into.
Final Queen candidate is Sierra Turner, daughter of Chris and Tony Turner and Jonathan and Jessica Vaughn. Sierra has been a cheerleader for both football and basketball. She runs track. She's a member of the Math Club and National Honor Society. In her free time, she works at McDonald's. That makes it not free.
That's not free. That's the opposite of free time.
She's getting paid for that. Good for her.
It's not a job, Bruce, if you love what you're doing.
Is that a gift? Is that a labor of love for her?
Yeah, sure.
I bet she's getting paid.
Oh.
Although she hasn't decided on college, she wants to go cheer in college and get a degree in nursing and be a travel nurse that specializes in oncology. Her escort, Giuseppe DiMaggio, son of Joe and Jennifer DiMaggio. During his 4 years, Giuseppe has participated in football, wrestling, and is an FCA leader. After high school, going to get in the family business and own or expand it. So good for Giuseppe. They've already expanded into Flora here in the last month or two. And I know the fans watching this game from Flora enjoy the new DiMaggios in Flora. The old DiMaggios closed, has been knocked down, and now there's a new one. Here are the retiring king and queen, Alani Buchanan and Vega Stanley.
She's currently employed at McDonald's, and she's saving her money for working so that she can travel.
As
Becca is the son of Jeff and Kelly Stanley.
I don't have the stuff on that.
She's wearing brown.
Is that brown?
I think so.
Tan or gray?
Tan, gray. It's a beautiful dress. He's wearing beige pants and a black shirt.
As they also are bearing the crowns today because the original crown bearers, Rosemary McDuffie and Holston Ryan Kiefer, ill today, pardon me. Or looks like the McDuffie child is not ill. Rosemary, the daughter of Hayden Samantha McDuffie.
Got a cute moment happening here, Bruce.
I know that. I'm watching it. That's Rosemary McDuffie.
She's a sweetie. Look at those flowers.
She will give the flowers to the king and queen.
Is that an Elsa dress? Is that from Frozen?
You would know better than me. Have you watched that movie?
I have never seen Frozen.
I haven't either. You and I are probably the only two people in the world.
I've got sons. I've got grandsons.
I have animals.
Yeah, they're not interested in Frozen?
They're not interested. All right, here we go, folks. FCHS homecoming king and queen. The king is
Your 2024 FCHS homecoming king,
James Boob, the homecoming king. There's that right tackle beef you were talking about. He is now bowed down to your king, Matthew.
Your Majesty.
There you go. And now the homecoming queen.
He's got a different helmet on now, Bruce.
Yeah, he does. That's Ciara Turner, the homecoming queen. Turner, as the Alani Buchanan places the crown on her head.
It went down.
Oh, she lost it. It messed up on her bow. And there, ladies and gentlemen,
there's your court.
FCHS homecoming court, the king and queen in their court. We're going to take a quick break, come back with What's a Little Marching Mules after these words.
Tomorrow. Some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans that the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to your mutual agent today.
Your local agent is on the square. Louisville, Clay County Farmers Mutual Insurance. We like technology at Flora Savings Bank. Here's what you can accomplish in our mobile banking app in less than 30 seconds. See account balances in your transactions, set up an account alert, make a transfer between accounts, get an alert text message about your transfer, pay a bill, turn your debit card off and then back on. It all happens in the palm of your hand with our free My Bank to Go app. Search My Bank to Go in the App Store or Google Play and give mobile banking a try. Flora Savings Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
When you want hometown work ethic and customer first service and you need the best insurance at a good price, think The Insurance Place in Iuka. With over 15 years of experience, Jamie Butts offers the best in home, auto, commercial, farm, and Medicare supplement insurance. The Insurance Place handles a variety of companies and provides the flexibility that only an independent agent can deliver. Plus, bundled pricing saves you so much more. It's The Insurance Place at the Ice Cream Corner on Route 50.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Ladies and gentlemen, under the direction of Josh Livesay, your marching mules.
Bruce, they got.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Marching Mules. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with the second half after these words.
Going beyond the expected. It's what they did at Pekin Insurance, and it's been their way of doing business since 1921. It's service that goes the extra mile, and product that provides the flexibility to meet all of today's insurance needs and tomorrow's as well. Stop by and see the agents at North Wayne Insurance Agency in downtown Flora and Sisney. They will provide the financial protection and peace of mind that you need and deserve. North Wayne Insurance in Pekin, beyond the expected.
Do you bowl like this? That's great. Do you bowl like this? That's great too. That's because whether you're a pro or you just want to have a lot of fun, at Peggle's Silver Dollar Lanes, we have a lane for you. We have galaxy bowling, gaming for kids and adults, Joe's Pizza, a full bar, darts, pool, and fresh and clean bowling shoes. Boy, does that smell nice. So come on down to Peggle Silver Dollar Lanes in Effingham, where we have a lane for you.
My grandfather, Carol Rush, opened Rush Appliance in October of 1949. This is Sean Rush, and I am driven by the same determination and commitment to quality that set us on the road to success. A lot has changed in the appliance industry since 1949, but at Rush Appliance, we're doing everything we can to remain trusted, strong, and competitive. We are extremely proud of our roots, and we look forward to providing you with quality and service at Rush Appliance and Furniture Company in downtown Fairfield.
My name is Robin Stanford. I own Stanford Marketing. It's a promotional products business along with an embroidery business. And we do custom hats, t-shirts, anything, you name it, we can make it. People like that we do stuff in-house and we can actually make things here and that we're not contracting the work out to other places. We never say no. We always try to find a way to do it. If anybody can do it, we can do it. We are hardworking women, that is for sure. Come to Stanford Marketing in Flora for all your custom and promotional needs.
Give me all your lumber. Doors, paint, windows, electrical, plumbing, and much more. Oh yeah, give me all your guns too.
John Lucas.
What?
You better be dreaming about all the stuff we sell here at Zink Building Center.
Oh, I would. Zink Building Center in Louisville on Route 45. It's a cool place.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
When a Fairfield fire truck needs a repair, Cam's there to keep things rolling. And as part of the volunteer fire department, Justin's looking out for Cam and all of Fairfield. Everyone supports each other, and Wayne White Electric Cooperative supports them all with safe, reliable power for every one of our members. It's why REMCs exist, and together, it all works.
At your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville, you can count on experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, the Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville carry a large inventory of Napa products for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced associates understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa Know-How at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville.
Why are more people heating their homes with FS Propane? Because it's better to work with a company that lives and works in the same community that you do. This is Aaron Cummins, your local Clay County FS Propane specialist with South Central FS. South Central is a 9-county cooperative with highly trained employees that are dedicated to providing our residential, commercial, and agricultural customers a safe and reliable propane supply. Contact your local South Central FS Propane specialist or visit us online at southcentralfs.com.
For nearly 40 years, family-owned Little Egypt Golf Cars has been dedicated to serving Southern Illinois' golf and utility car needs. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility located along I-57 in Salem. Our interactive showroom displays all of the latest accessories and vehicle designs. We offer new and used vehicle sales, a full parts and service department, and a rental fleet of over 600 vehicles. Whether it's riding in style on the course, cruising with the family, or having a rugged vehicle on the job site, we have you covered. Proudly serving Illinois and Missouri with 3 locations.
Take a trip to Old Mexico with the whole family without ever leaving Southern Illinois. It's La Fuente Mexican Restaurants in Fairfield, Flora, and Mount Vernon. La Fuente's authentic Mexican cuisine will delight every appetite, from sizzling fajitas to tasty tacos to the best burritos this side of the Rio Grande. La Fuente Mexican Restaurants in Fairfield, Flora, and Mount Vernon.
Yeah, now there's a hot mic. As another homecoming, another FCHS mule is back in the fold. Is Chris Simpson, former All NEC athlete. Were you the MVP of the conference, Chris? Back in the Pleistocene age.
It was a long time. It was a Mesozoic era.
Mesozoic.
It was a Mesozoic era. No, I was not MVP of the conference, but was an all-conference basketball player, if that's what you're getting at.
Well, no, I was going to point out I'm joined by royalty here.
No, royalty, no. But had a lot of fun.
My question to both of you, now you're sharing one microphone, but had they had Homecoming King whenever you were in high school, either of you, who was going to win Homecoming King?
There was absolutely no chance of me being Homecoming King or any type of royalty. Matthew?
I can only think of one person who would qualify to be Homecoming King in Fairfield, Illinois, and it's Bruce Dickey.
Later. I'll pay you later. Oh, we're having some fun here. The Mules are having some fun. They lead 14-0 as the Wolves are back out on the field. They're ready to go. And congratulations again to Jays Boob and Sierra Turner. I tell you what, Matthew, Sierra Turner and Jays. Is Jays going to be, now that he's the king, is he going to be able to, will that be a distraction to him on the field?
I believe the wearing the crown under the helmet is going to be an issue.
That might be a problem. How'd the Mules score in the first half? 1-yard plunge by Cale Milner with 8:42 in the second. The extra point attempt failed, and that made it 6-0. And then with 1:47 in the first half remaining, well, a 4-yard plunge by Cale Milner. Fairfield will kick it away to begin things here in the second half as the kick bounces and is gathered back at the 23-yard line. Bringing it up is Jarrett Burkett. Nice run back out to around the 39. This might be about the best field position that the Wolves have had, Matthew.
I believe that's right where they started that last possession at the end of the half. He was tackled by his own man, Bruce, by the way.
That's a good tackle. Not ideal.
Not ideal. Didn't wrap him.
It's suboptimal.
It is suboptimal.
1st and 10 for Flora. By the way, I did make a mistake. I said Abby Springmeyer was a Flora graduate. Now, she's a proud North Clay Cardinal, and she wanted me to make sure that I knew that instead of Flores. Finally, Cormac Massey gets a carry. I was wondering when they were going to let him touch the football. He picks up 5 yards and will bring up a second down. Oh, wow, they moved it back quite a bit.
There was a nice tackle by Izzy Sargent.
Spot it back at the 43-yard line. And that'll bring up a second down and 6. Mules defense would dearly love to get a stop to start out this second half. The Flora Wolves offense love to get something going off to the left side. Catch is made by Jace Moore. And it looks like he's going to have enough for the first down out to the 49.
Brayton Robertson closed awful quickly on there. Yeah, he did get the first, but he could have gotten a lot more. He was wide open when he caught that ball.
I said that was the best field position, but no, they had the best field position late in the half, didn't they, for the Wolves?
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant best starting position, but yes.
First down and 10. Handoff again to Massey, cuts up the middle. He's going to get across midfield to around the 48-yard line. Knocked down there, finished off by Nick Masterson. And Izzy Sargent as well.
I think it was Izzy Sargent. Wrapped him nicely.
Second down and 8.
They're getting a little bit better line surge, the Wolves are, Bruce. They're ending up in the Mules' defensive backfield a little bit.
Coach Brian Tackett firing up the squad in the locker room as the ball is backwards pass gathered in fortuitously by Braxton Huddleston. That was all the way backward, wasn't it?
Yeah, all the way backwards. Loss of 3. Could have been a lot worse.
That'll bring up a third down and 10. Wolves need to get to the 41 of Fairfield. They're back in their own territory at the 49. Shout out to Jill Carter watching today. How you doing, Jill? As pass intended for Huddleston, knocked down by Austin Grieve. Boy, what a fine defensive play.
Nicholas Masterson had that quarterback dead to rights, wrapped him up, and he broke out of his reach.
So fourth down and 10. Looks like the Wolves will bring out Jaden Lieb to kick it away. Grieve heads back along with Milner for Fairfield. Not much wind at this time. Sunny, gorgeous day, about 87 degrees at game time. Still pretty warmish. Haven't had any cramp yet on the field or in the booth. As it bounces and takes a Wolf roll, it'll roll dead at about the 10-yard line. Fairfield will have a long way to go.
That's their far and away worst field position that they've started with, Bruce. That's going to be 90 yards from the end zone. I don't think they've been any further than about 60 in this game. They got to flip this field. You looking up the temperature currently?
No, I'm trying to give some scores.
Oh, well, I'll look up the temperature.
I'm trying to find some. I think there's only 1 or 2 other high school football games going on. I don't think I'll be able to get scores for those.
It's 84 right now, temperature-wise.
What's the wind say? As Sargent heads straight up the gut, he's going to pick up about 4.
The flags are very still, Bruce.
Near the maybe 5 yards out to the 14-yard line. Make it the 15-yard line. That's a lot easier to see on here than it is out there. It's a bright, sunshiny day.
9-13 on the wind. Oh, now it's up again. Like you said, it's spinning around. Tough to hit a wedge in.
That would be very difficult. As the Mules get to the line of scrimmage on second down and 5. The Coach Townsend would love nothing more than about an 8, 9, 10-minute drive and 90 yards and end up in the end zone, I would think.
That would wear that team down. It would be a new game. It is a first down, Bruce.
SMU leads Louisville by 7 with 2 minutes to go. Any other really close, tight games you might be interested in? NC State leaves Wake. Penn State, you ask?
I did ask.
I wonder what Missouri did. I'm trying to find
Missouri was getting pounded early on.
Were they?
Yeah, they were getting stomped.
Gosh, I hope so.
24-0.
Oh, wonderful.
When I saw last.
I really dislike Missouri. I think fans of my show understand that. Handoff over to the left side on the carry. I believe that's Keegan Downing. And it was Keegan Downing as he hands the ball to the officials. Wisconsin stomps Purdue 52-6. Illinois has Purdue next week. Penn State beat UCLA 27-11. Texas A&M, I love it, 41-10 over Missouri. That's a beautiful
Tough day
thing.
for the Mizzou Tiger fans.
Tough day for the Mizzou fans. Sorry about that. And the handoff on the left side, chugging forward. Sargent, and he's going to be pushed backwards. Going to get near first down yardage. Looks like it's going to leave about a 3rd down and 1.
It's a nice team defense on that one. I think 82 probably had the closest hands to him, Delaney Bullard.
So 3rd down and 1 for Fairfield. This drive, again, started back at the 10-yard line or the 9-yard line for the Mules. And it has moved forward methodically. They don't mind. This is the prototypical 3 yards in the cloud. Ball comes loose.
Recovered by Flora, Bruce.
And there goes what I was just talking about. Sargent has it stripped away, trying to fight for extra yardage. And coming up with the football 54. For the Wolves is Logan Keach. So a big break for the Wolves, and they needed that as they're down by 2 scores.
He had that first down yardage by 5 yards. It was a nice run.
They needed that, certainly, as they're going to try to get on the scoreboard.
This is their first really short field. They're only at the 39. They got one couple first downs, and they're in the red zone.
Parker Helm at the quarterbacks. That's a man in motion. That's Huddleston. The roll to
Ball!
The bad pitch. Ow. Don't do that.
Ball.
Thank you. A loss on the play of about 7 yards. Yeah, you see, now you learn. That's how you learn.
How many mistakes are you going to allow me before you fire me?
That was about it. And see, now when you start yelling pass ball bingo, that's when I'm really going to kick you out of the booth.
I'm not exactly certain what that means.
You don't remember high school, do you?
Sadly.
2nd down and 17 for the Wolves. Man in motion. Throw goes that direction. Caught, but tackled immediately. Garrett Patridge makes the catch. And
Miller Simpson
in on the hit. He read that, and it's a loss of another 4, which is going to bring up a 3rd down and call it 22. They need all the way to the Mule 29-yard line, and they're back in their own territory at the 48. So make it 23 yards. 3rd down and 23.
They're short of man, the Mules.
4 receivers to the right side. Back to throw is Helm. He's in trouble. Throws it. It is caught by Patridge. He's knocked down at about the 37-yard line. Austin Grieve on the tackle. It's a pickup of around 15. It'll bring up a 4th down and 7. That's workable, though, for Coach Tackett and the Wolves.
He certainly isn't going to punt, I suppose.
No. So 4th and 8 for the Flora.
Flora's
Black
really
limping off a little bit.
Flora's really opened up the offense with the passing.
2 receivers to each side. Patridge wide to the right. Helm takes the snap, and there was some movement. Looked like 2 or 3.
False start.
Yeah, it looked like 2 or 3 Flora Wolves were leaning forward. I think it was kind of a later snap than they expected.
That one may be on the center. Does the center ever do anything wrong?
Center does not. Hey, if the center didn't snap the ball wasn't supposed to be snapped. I'm just telling you how it works.
Okay. Thanks.
4th down and 12.
Obviously, it was the quarterback.
It was clearly a quarterback error. 4th down and 12 for Flora. It's a big play for the Wolves. They need a 1st down. Helm, as he's hit, throws it, and it's picked off. Taken away by Thane Warren. He's going to pick up about 5 yards. That is pass ball bingo.
He could have let that thing drop off his chest and he'd have made 10 more yards.
There's the replay as the ball is thrown, and a nice stepping out there in the middle of the lane to catch the ball. Thane Warren. And Fairfield will have it back at their own 33-yard line.
Not sure if you saw it, Bruce, but boy, Brayton Robertson was in the backfield on the quarterback, really rushing that pass. He got
hit him
a
as
good
he
hit
threw.
late on him.
Hit him as he threw. So, basically, an exchange of turnovers, and the Mules pretty much in the same place they were about 3 minutes ago.
But now they have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at their own 32. 32, 33-yard line. 4:40 to go here in the third quarter. Fairfield on the run. Warren
working that right side.
Keegan Downing on the run, and he will pick up about 8 or 9. Fairfield getting some fresh legs in the backfield, Matthew.
Adam Pete's got that tackle. Yeah, they're working that right side again, Bruce. They're having a lot of luck over there.
It's going to make it 2nd down and 1 for Fairfield as Jude Carter jogs in with the play. I was watching we had Breeze Central last night. They were going about 16, 17 seconds between plays.
That's pretty good for
an amazing thing to watch. It was very impressive. As again on the carry is Keegan Downing. He'll pick up the 1st down, and he'll continue moving forward.
Tackled by a whole host of Flora Wolves, Bruce, but unfortunately, every time that Wolves gang gathers together, it's about 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Izzy Sargent over on the sideline getting a little bit of a break. That's a nice way to keep his legs fresh. He's ready to go back in at any time. But Downing having a nice day. Now, Cale Milner at the fullback spot. He heads straight up the gut. He will continue chugging. He's going to pick up about 6 to around the 46-yard line. And it'll be a 2nd down and 3 or 4 as the clock will roll under 3 minutes here in the third quarter before the next play. Fairfield's really got to be happy with how this second half has started.
Bruce, they're just not giving the Wolves a chance to catch up. They're keeping the ball. A lot of good time of possession is going to tell the tale.
Ball control offense. You mentioned that double wing back set that Fairfield employs. Justin Townsend has used that pretty much his entire career at Fairfield. Barner on the pitch, cuts across the 45. He's pushed backwards, and a late flag. It'll be holding against Fairfield. Looks like Cale Milner on the hold as that'll move it back 10 yards from the 45 to the other 45, but it'll bring up a 2nd down and 13 instead of, almost 15, right? Yeah, 14, 13.
14. We're both right.
It's a good crew. Jay Miller always has a nice crew. They've been together for a long time. Folks, if you're thinking about officiating, the IHSA would love to have more folks participate in officiating. A lot of the crews are they need to get younger. They need younger people to get involved.
Well,
it's
they
fun
make real
gig.
money, right?
Huh?
So they make real nice money.
They make pretty good money. Hand off to Sargent. He's chased down by Lieb, and Lieb's going to catch him just across midfield at about the 49-yard line. Lieb puts his hands in his face. He thought he should have had him in the backfield about 6 yards before that, but he able to stick with it and pick up the tackle after the gain of about 3 or 4. Yeah, more like a gain of about 6. Yeah, across midfield to the 49. On 3rd down and 7, Fairfield needs the 42-yard line for a 1st down. Back into the shotgun now. Jude Carter.
Blitz.
High snap, fakes the handoff, and Carter's going nowhere.
Hartman.
Tackle made by Andrew
Carter's not
Hartman
feeling good.
and
Carter's
Delaney
slow to get up.
Bullard. So, back into their own territory. A 4th down and 9 will the Mules choose to bring on the punting unit.
It would be the first time for the day if they do. It doesn't look like they're going to.
I don't know. I think Coach Townsend's thinking about it.
I believe he's going to take a timeout in about 16 seconds.
He's just going to let clock burn and think about it some more, won't he?
Control the clock.
1 minute and 8 seconds remaining in this third quarter. He's got Jared Knapp beside him. He is telling Mr. Knapp, I'd like a timeout at 1 minute here, please. We will take one as well. The Mules lead it here in the third quarter with a minute to go. 14-0 back after this word.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
Aha. 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Fairfield with a 14-point lead, and they are doing the less risky move and punting it away as Lane Robson will head in to kick it. And heading back deep for Flora, Braxton Huddleston and Garrett Patridge, and a shank. That's going to be, maybe that's why they thought long and hard about it.
Yeah.
About a 3-yard kick. Robson slaps his thigh, says, boy, I messed that one up. Sorry about that, Coach.
Bad toss.
Looked like a bad drop.
A bad drop, yeah.
Yeah.
Went off the side of his foot badly.
So, 1st and 10, another break for the Wolves. They have not yet been able to take advantage of a couple of breaks, and the Mules trying to see if they can hold them again, but
it's been kind of a mirror image of the first half, Bruce. Opposite, that is.
Well, that's the thing, Matthew. How many chances can you give Flora? Direct snap to Huddleston, and he's going nowhere.
It's going to be a hold.
No, it's a face mask. Oh, you're right.
67. It's a hold on 67. I looked like there was a face mask later on, perhaps, but
holding against Flora will move them back from the spot of the fouls, the 45/44 yard line, and they're administering it from the line of scrimmage. Okay.
Are you sure you know the rules of football?
I do know the rules of football. First down and 20.
Okay. Maybe
actually,
it's different in high school.
No, actually, that was the correct administration of the penalty. I was just trying to pick up extra yards.
You think the refs are listening to you?
No, back to throw is Helms. Throws to his right, intended for Garrett Patridge, defended by Austin Grieve. And the rollout has worked some for Helm, but they have had some difficulties as well.
That sophomore
getting a connection.
That sophomore Austin Grieve has done a nice job on that much bigger player. He's been in his pocket a lot this game. Knocked one away earlier. He's given up how many inches?
Oh, golly. 6'1" is what they're listing Patridge
That's
at.
6 inches then because he's 5'7".
Helm takes the snap, hands it to Cormac Massey, tries the left side. He's got the corner turn. He's going to pick up about 8 or 9. Still on his feet,
13.
near midfield. And he's going to give him a gain of about 12 or 13 on the play.
Cale Milner.
And all the way making third down a more manageable 3rd down and 6. Need to get to the 43-yard line. They're at the 48, so make it a 3rd and 5. And that will end the third quarter with the score Fairfield 14, Flora zip. Back after these words.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
This is Christy, inviting you to wrap yourself in lasting luxury at Carnaby Square. We specialize in one-on-one customer service, high quality, head-turning, on-trend fashions, footwear, accessories, and a complete line of Brighton leather goods and jewelry. If you want to nix fast fashion and invest in a true-to-size, ethically manufactured wardrobe that you'll wear for years, it's time to treat yourself at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Third down and a long 5 for the Wolves. As Wolves have not yet scored today, they need to get on the board. They trail 14-0 to the Mules as the Mules defense trying to bend but not break again.
Nobody on the right. Here he comes.
Oh, yeah, wide out there by himself is Garrett Patridge, and they get the Mules to jump. It will be Brayton Robertson.
Still not a first down.
Picking up the offside penalty for Fairfield.
Oh,
that's going to be really close. I was surprised where the marker was on the right side. I thought it was a lot closer than that. I think he got the first down.
Well, now they can run.
So, third down and very short for Flora. Garrett Patridge heads out wide to the right. And Austin Grieve this time follows him out. Massey, the lone back in the backfield behind Helm. A quarterback sneak, he gets through. He'll have the first down plus a bit across the 40 to about the 37-yard line.
Nick Munoz on the tackle.
So first down and 10 for Flora at the 37-yard line of the Mules. They needed 1, they got 6. And the Wolves need to score this drive. The way the Fairfield Mules have been holding the football, when they get it back, it would be probably very necessary for Flora to score here. Helm on the quarterback draw, then tries to head to his left. He throws it out of bounds. He never did cross the line of scrimmage, so a legal throw.
Read. He kind of drew the defensive end up.
Intended for Quentin Black.
Bad pass, but nice read.
Yeah, he threw it over it looked like he had Black open.
He had him open. He had drawn the defender towards him.
Second down and 10. We have a full week of sports for you next week here on Wabash, starting Monday night. And I lost my schedule, so I can't tell you what we're doing, but we're doing a lot of fun stuff. As Helm will hand it to Black this time. He gets around one tackle from Robson. He gets the corner. He's got the first down, and he's going to get shoved out of bounds
Munoz.
At about the 30, the 20, I call it the 26-yard line. Nice run by Quentin Black. Make it the 25-yard line.
Yeah, he stepped out of a couple of tackles there. A couple of guys were grabbing air. Thought they were getting legs.
Yeah, Robson looked like he was going to – it looked like he had a good chance in the backfield. Unable to bring him down. So first down and 10 now for Flora. Hi, Josh. I'm great. How are you? You bet. Throw to the right side. Patridge with the catch, and he is brought down by Lane Robson. And getting up slowly after Robson dragged him to the ground. Loss on the play of about 3. It's and he'll head off to the bench as that one might have been he might have been struck in a tender spot.
I believe he was.
Clock does continue to run.
He'll be back, odds are.
If Yadi Molina could do it, so could Garrett Patridge. 14-0. The lead for the Mules is 2 touchdowns. Flora on the move. Handoff up the gut, and Massey works his way back to the line of scrimmage, the original line of scrimmage on this set of downs, but not much more, and it's going to bring up third down and 9 for the Wolves. This most definitely 4-down territory.
Simpson got in there on the tackle, couldn't wrap up because of that club hand, but was able to steer him into his buddies.
As two receivers out to the left, one to the right for Helm. He looks to his left. He throws a screen. Quentin Black on it. He's got it. He's across the 20, near the 16. He's going to be shy of the first down by about a yard or a yard and a half, maybe just a yard. They needed the 15 for the first down, and they mark it at the 16, so a big fourth down play here for the Wolves. I would try that old double hut special again that gave them the first down a moment ago. See if you can't get that to work if you're Flora.
I saw the Eagles do that. They call that the brotherly shove.
I'm not talking about that one, the brotherly. No, the double hut special where they got the other team to jump. 4th and 1, handoff straight up the gut. Black's got it across the 15 to about the, they call it the 12-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wolves with 9:14 to go in the football game. Wolves are threatening to make this a little closer game than this homecoming Fairfield crowd would like to have. Like I said, plenty of reunions this evening. The class of 2004 meeting, the class of 1984, the class of 1974 going to meet with the large alumni association. And on the keeper, not much room and nowhere to go for Parker Helm as Lane Robson gets a TFL. Robson gets a TFL with somebody else on top of him.
It was a nice play by Robson, keeping his head up with a dude laying on him.
Yeah, Peyton Scroggins was all over him, and Parker Helm just tripped over him. Loss of 2 or 3 on the play. I think that may have been a busted play, Matthew. Looked like I don't think that was designed for Helm to be running that ball.
I don't think the intention was to lose 3 yards.
Well, certainly not that. Mr. Smarty Pants.
That's my kind of analysis, buddy.
2nd down and 13. Helm rolls to his right, throws over the middle. It is picked off. Taken away at the 1-yard line by Austin Grieve. And Fairfield holds again. It will be 1st down for the Mules inside their own 5-yard line. Looks like they're going to place it at about the 3. Make it the 2 or 1-yard line. Here's the replay of that interception. He had a man down there, and Grieve gathers. Intended down there for Braxton Huddleston. And with 8 minutes to go, expect Fairfield to burn clock. A lot of running now also for Jude Carter. That's about the farthest away on the field he can go. Under 10 seconds on the play clock. Carter under center. Hands it off straight up the gut. Izzy Sargent will get near the 5-yard line. Looks like he makes the 5. And it will be a 2nd down and 7.
Jaden Lieb showed up again on that tackle.
I tell you what, Jaden Lieb is fun to watch. We'll have Flora next week. We will be in Flora next week as they play Hamilton County Friday night, next Friday night. Make sure, if you're a Flora fan, make sure you sign up to watch that game. Just go to YouTube or Facebook or whatever you need to do. What?
Is that BDC conference game?
That is a Black Diamond Conference game, yeah. Handoff to the left side, nowhere to go. Actually, I think Carter might have kept it.
He did. Andrew Hartman on the tackle, got in the backfield.
And he's getting up slowly. Oh, check that. That wasn't Carter. That's 42, not 2. Keegan Dowman getting up slowly. A loss on the play. Got back to the line of scrimmage but then it was shoved backwards. And Keegan Dowman, his hands on his hips and back in the huddle. I don't think he wants the ball back.
He's coming out now.
No,
Austin
he's still
Grieve
in there
went for him.
He's still in there. That's Eric Locke coming out.
Oh, I apologize.
No problem. 6:40 to go.
Time.
In the football game. And Fairfield will have to take a timeout as with 6:36 to go. 3rd down and 7 for the Mules at their own 5. Big play for Flora's defense. We'll take a break back after these.
Carson Auction Realty is the one-stop shop for all your real estate needs. With over 40 years in business, Carson Auction Realty is the only company in the area that offers public auctions, real estate brokerage, and certified appraisals. If you're considering selling your farm, home, or commercial property, give us a call, and we can assist you in every step of your real estate sale, from pricing your property correctly to properly marketing to find any potential buyers, and most importantly, selling property for top dollar. To contact us, go to our website, carsonauctionrealty.com, or call our office at 662-4911.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances.
Big play for the Mules, big play for the Wolves. They need a stop. Fairfield 3rd and 7 at their own 5. Wolves have to get a stop. Fake handoff, back to throw. It's down deep to the right side. It is caught by Austin Grieve. Took it from the hands of Cameron Boyer. You couldn't really defend it much better than Boyer did. But what a pass, what a throw. Here's the replay of it. You see Austin Grieve going up to get it and just wrestled it away from Cameron Boyer. So the Mules out of the shadow of their end zone and moving downfield.
That looked like that David Tyree helmet catch. He took it right off that kid's helmet.
Except it's off Boyer's helmet, yeah. That was like 15 years ago now.
You're old.
Handoff straight up the gut, still on his feet. Sargent, he's going to get near the 35. I believe stopped at the 34.
He's tough to get down, that Sargent. That was a really nice effort.
He's running hard. He needed that 10 hours of sleep last night. His dad said he went to bed at 9 p.m., like a good boy.
Didn't you?
Huh?
Didn't you go to bed at 9 p.m.?
No, I didn't. I was in Salem still. I got home from Salem and crept into bed probably about 10:15, 10:30, something like that.
Attaboy.
2nd down and 7 for Fairfield. Pitch goes to Grieve. Grieve tries to get around the left side. He's going to get shoved out of bounds. It'll be a 1st down for Fairfield. The clock will stop with the moving of the chains. It should have stopped with him going out of bounds, but the official over there was spinning his arm like he was going to wind the clock. He went out of bounds. That stops the clock. Flora needs the clock stopped just about every chance they can now. Each team, or Flora has 3 timeouts remaining. Fairfield just 1. Fairfield leads at 14-0. Mules scored twice in the 2nd quarter, and that's been it for the day. 2 touchdowns for Cale Milner and an extra point by Michael Barner. Quarterback keeper, not a pitch to Grieve again, and Grieve gets near the Angry Mule logo. Stopped just shy of the Angry Mule, the 47-yard line, a gain of around 5.
Grieve comes out.
You realize that's called the Angry Mule. The one on your arm is the kicking mule.
I did not realize.
And
I was going to ask you about that.
And I wondered if you were that noticed.
When did the new logo, when was it developed?
Angry Mule came on probably about 3 or 4 years ago. Handoff goes to down, and he chugs through traffic.
There you go.
He busts through. One man to beat. He's at the 20, and he's brought down inside the 20 at about the 12-yard line. First down, Fairfield.
Gage Dugan think he has the ball.
Gage Dugan did take the ball away, but it was not until after Downen was already down at around the 15-yard line. Call it the 12-yard line.
Having a chat with the ref about that.
As we see the replay, look at him go for the football, and it looks like Downen's rear end, as Keister was on the ground before the ball was wrestled away from him. So the Mules have 1st and 10 at the 14. Cale Milner, touchdown scorer, and the fullback, Pitch goes to Downing. He cuts through traffic, gets across the 10 before he's shoved backwards.
He just went down without contact.
Jude Carter did?
Yes.
And he goes limping to the sideline.
I believe someone may have stepped on his ankle or something.
I didn't see it. As Carter heads to the sideline and limps back in, trying to run it off.
Rub some dirt on that.
Jay's boob sitting down over the sideline. Looks like he's cramping. There's the first cramping we've seen today.
I knew it was coming.
Yep. And straight up the gut, handoff. It looks like it's going to be close to first down yardage, but I don't quite think so for Cale Milner.
Boy, those early in the game runs, Bruce, are starting to really show now because the Mules' offensive line is having its way with that Flora defensive line at this point. But everybody's huffing after this long drive.
3rd down and 2. Well, they've been out there a long time under the hot sun. We have not seen one cloud today. Just a beautiful day for autumn football. Milner, the tailback. The pitch goes to Downing. He cuts through traffic. He's going to get first down yardage. I don't believe he got to the end zone, but he's close. It'll be a 1st and goal at the 2 for Fairfield. As I move around the booth, scaring people. 2:45 to go on the game clock. Big play. Again to Downing. He's through for the touchdown. Touchdown, Fairfield Mules.
They own that right side, Bruce.
2:39 to go in the ball game. Keegan Downing with a 2-yard plunge. Mules will go for 2. And Downing, Downen. 2:39. And Fairfield just put the game away.
Yeah, they've been punching that right side, Bruce, the last 3-4 plays, and they just don't have an answer from Flora.
20-0. The Mules lead it. They're going to try to go up by another couple here as Grieve gets it and runs right into Lieb. I don't think he made it in. He did not make it in. Nice stop again by Jaden Lieb. But Fairfield scores to go up 20-0 with 2:39 to go in the contest. We'll be back after these words.
If you're looking for a loan for your brand new home, call Clay County State Bank. If you want to transfer money so your future will look sunny, call Clay County State Bank. We got checking and savings and bill pay too.
An online bank, just ask our crew. For all your banking needs, we think you will agree.
Clay County State Bank is the place you need to be. Clay County State Bank.
Twenty to nothing. Fairfield takes the lead by 3 scores, and with just 2 minutes and change remaining, that's probably enough for the Mules win here, don't you think, Matthew?
I do. In fact, I think the cheerleaders need a break. You know, they do jumping jacks for every one of the points that they score after the touchdowns. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Well, it looks like they got their hands on their knees, too.
That's right.
They're working hard. Kind of bushed out there. That's probably easier than what Salem does. They do
push-ups?
Push-ups, yeah.
Oh, my.
Picked up at about the 25-yard line. A nice run back and a great run back there for Burkett, Jarrett Burkett. He gets all the way to midfield and across midfield. And that's where the Wolves will start out. Here with 2.5 minutes to go in the game and 3 timeouts.
I believe the Wolves don't want to settle for that shutout.
I believe you're right. They do have 3 timeouts remaining. Coach Tackett's squad, again, home next week against the Hamilton County. We will be in Clay County at the Dancy Field in Flora next Friday night. Game time at around 7 o'clock. We'll take the air about 6:45, 6:50.
Oh,
high snap picked up by Helm. Chase down. He throws it, and it's completed. Garrett Patridge picks up about 3 yards. And I tell you what, Parker Helm
Really clear head, Parker Helm.
That was a magic act right there. So that brings up 2nd down and 7 for the Wolves. Clock is stopped with the catch out of bounds, or the run out of bounds after the catch. It's a nice catch by Helm, too. Massey in the backfield with Helm. 2 receivers to each side. Helm looks over the middle, throws to the right. It is incomplete, intended for Huddleston. And nice defense out there. I believe that was Braken Cavachi on the defense. And he really didn't do a lot. He kind of, the ball hit him in the back, looked like. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 with 2:20 to go in the ball game. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Fake handoff to Massey. Helm on the run. He's on the run. He gets rid of it, and it is caught. 1st down for Flora. Nice catch out there by Boyer, Cameron Boyer.
The Mules seem to have softened their defense a little bit.
Pardon me, Gage Dugan. Gage Dugan on the catch. What'd you say?
Said the Mules have softened their defense a little bit. They're kind of dropping back on the coverage.
Prevent defense. Up by 3 scores, they ought to be okay. 1st and 10 for Flora at the 34-yard line of Fairfield. Helm back to throw. Plenty of time. Over the middle. Incomplete. That time intended for Moore, Jace Moore, and he's going to get up slowly. He was walloped. Yeah,
Cale Milner laid a hit on him. It was a nice defensive play, perfectly timed.
And that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Wolves. They have run a bunch of plays this drive in very little time. Think about what they take over with 2:39 to go was when the kick was, or the touchdown was. So, yeah, only 35 seconds, and they're already deep into Mules territory. Back to throw. Helm gets away from Sargent, and he's still in trouble. He's going to be pushed out of bounds after a gain of a couple. Boy, he was just running for his life. Izzy Sargent had him in the backfield and could not get him down.
Chased him on, though. He didn't give up. He chased him on out of bounds.
So that brings up 3rd down.
10.
No gain on the play. 3rd down and 10. You know, Donnie Lyons, the defensive coordinator for the Mules, would dearly love to retain that shutout. Here with under 2 minutes to go. 3rd and 10 at the 34 for Flora. Flora back to throw is Helm. Helm rolls to his right, throws it deep downfield to the end zone, incomplete. Had a couple of receivers down there. It's overthrew Braxton Huddleston. You were saying?
I was saying there was a pretty blatant hold that was missed. Helm went out of bounds after he threw that ball, hit the ground over there, and he was slow to get up for this 4th down.
He comes back, walking back to the huddle on 4th and 10. 1:44 to go in the ball game. Mules picked up a couple of touchdowns in the 2nd quarter. Flora, and one in the 4th quarter for Fairfield as well. Flora yet to score. It's 20-0. Back to throw is Helm. Parker Helm to the left side. Incomplete.
Pass interference, number 2.
Pass interference against.
Number 20.
Pass interference against Simpson.
Pushed him right in the back.
Pushed him right as the ball was getting there, too. It looked like he had a pretty good chance to hit it, too. Looked like he had a good chance to get the catch had he not made the push. So 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down. 1st and 10 for Flora at the Mules 22. Minute 37 to go. Flora still has 3 timeouts remaining. They need a quick score. They need an onside kick. Quick score and onside kick. And quick score. As 2 receivers to each side. Helm on the run. Throws that direction. It is caught. Huddleston shoved out of bounds.
Some extracurriculars there, Bruce.
No harm, no foul. Looks like as Cormac Massey got tangled up with Nick Masterson. And that's going to be enough for a first down for Flora at the 10-yard line. So it's 1st and goal for the Wolves. Boy, Parker Helm has been working that sideline like a maniac. Very impressive quarterbacking. Rolling to his right and firing. Quentin Black checks back into the game for the Wolves. Patridge heads to the bench. Two backs with Helm. Hands it to Massey.
That's
Massey
a touchdown.
to the right side. He gets through to touchdown, and then a late flag is going to be unsportsmanlike conduct against Fairfield, as I believe it's going to be against Fairfield.
I missed it.
It was, we'll see what it was. I believe it was Austin Grieve got tangled up with somebody.
Miller Simpson.
They give him the score. It is a touchdown. Personal foul. Against Flora after the play.
Oh, he must have thrown the ball or something?
Dead ball foul. I guess he did. I didn't see him throw it. We'll see the replay here in just a moment of the touchdown, and we can maybe see what happened at the end of it. Penalty is assessed here on the extra point. Here's the replay of the touchdown as Massey gets it and heads to the right side. 10-yard run. He gets in. And no, he didn't throw anything. The ruckus was past the play there. Yeah, it was that was where I didn't see who Grieve was tangled up with. As it is, though, the Wolves get the score. Now they have 18 yards for the extra point. 10-yard run for Cormac Massey. I wish I had seen who he was tangled up with back there. Back to throw. Downfield. It is incomplete. And my heavens, Helm took a shot. It looked like a legitimate hard hit. Helm is slow to get up. His helmet went flying. I think it was Eric Locke on the hit on the extra point here. Helm slow to get up. He's probably trying to catch his breath.
Yeah, he's got to be exhausted.
Personal foul, Fairfield.
That'll go half the
because
distance.
I guess it was because it was after the throw. Here comes the replay of, it wasn't too much after the throw, but it was a little after the throw, and they drove him to the ground. So Flora's going to get another shot. Parker Helm will get up, say, let's not run that same play. Let's run something different.
I got an idea. Run it ball.
Do something different.
I think he's going to take the bench for a moment, Bruce.
Well, he lost his helmet. You have to. It's a rule. Unless you take a timeout. See, now that's one thing that has changed since you probably watched football. Half the distance to the end zone on the penalty makes it extra point from the 9. In at quarterback, it's Thane Warren. Warren rolls to his right. Looks to the end zone. Fires. It is incomplete. Knocked away by Cale Milner at the very end. And the Mules will have a 14-point lead. A late flag again. Is that a flag or is that some litter? That's a late flag again against Fairfield. I think it was Austin Grieve, or that may not have been a flag. The referee's going back there to pick it up. I'm just trying to see what's going on. As Justin Townsend talking with the head official, Jay Miller. Here's the replay of the extra point attempt. And it was a terrifically late flag.
Somebody's getting tossed, Bruce. He's booking it.
And I don't know. I don't know what the penalty was for. Well, Austin Grieve was walking back from that penalty. The thing is, if you get tossed, I hope that he didn't toss anybody, because if you get tossed, that means you have to, by rule, you miss next week's game. You missed the next game, so let's hope nobody for Fairfield, or for Flora for that matter, got tossed, because there's only 9 games to start with. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Fairfield is the call, and they will move the football to the 45-yard line. 15-yard penalty. Flora will kick it off from the Fairfield 45.
Why would they not just do the try again?
The what?
Why would they not just go half the distance and do the extra point try again?
It was dead ball penalty. Penalty was after the end of the play. And I don't know what he did. I think maybe one of the players for Fairfield went back and slapped the hand of an audience member. That's kind of the only thing I saw.
Said the magic word?
To the official? That's, of course, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids occasionally are not the brightest. They might say the wrong thing to the official. Even though the game's about over, do you tell an official, boy, you stink, buddy, or something like that? That'd probably be wrong.
Sir, you might want to open your eyes.
Ill-advised? That'd be probably ill-advised, too, unless you're a captain. So Flora down by 14.
There is no evidence of anyone getting tossed, so that's good.
Adam Pete's set to kick it away. And the onside kick gathered in by Eric Locke. And the Mules recover. We will probably see Flora burn their timeouts. A little bit of chippiness after that as well.
The sideline was just penalized, Bruce. Flag on the sideline, the Flora sideline.
That might have been an offside on the kickoff. Fairfield will most likely decline and take the ball where it lays at the 30. They will do so. It'll be Fairfield football. This has been the longest last 2 minutes of a game ever. Flora with a nice drive, scored with 1:24 to go.
Yeah,
what'd he say?
Something against the rules. Oh.
An exciting last couple of minutes, if kind of long. Izzy Sargent runs straight up the gut.
Timeout.
And
Flora timeout.
Flora chooses not to take their timeout. That's probably wise.
Nope, they took it.
And there they take it. So timeout taken by the Wolves with 1:10 to go. We'll take it as well. Back after these words.
Clay County Hospital is your life-saving connection. We have spent our lives preparing for when you need us. Quality professional care right at home. Our team will support you and your family so you never feel alone. We will make you feel welcome whether you need care, are visiting a loved one, or seeking employment. Clay County Hospital. Professional care, compassionate hearts.
Tomorrow. Some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans that the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to your mutual agent today.
Your local agent is on the square. Louisville, Clay County Farmers Mutual Insurance.
2 timeouts remaining for Flora. Fairfield with second down and a long 4, short 5. If they get a first down, they'll be able to kneel it out.
Bruce, it is a new quarterback in there.
Yeah, Carter looks like he's that might be Carter here on the sideline with Sarah Turner. As handoff goes to Izzy Sargent, he gets across the 40. He'll have enough for the first down. And
Breaking Kovacic is your
Breaking Kovacic, the second string quarterback in the football game. Number 6, he's a 6'1" sophomore. And looks like the Wolves will no longer call timeout. Mules will be able to kneel it out or run it out. As we'll pass under 40 seconds right now. Fairfield will move to 3-3 on the season. 3 games to go. Flora falls to 3-3
That'll do it.
on this season. As Fairfield's going to win it here, 22-6. Beautiful Saturday afternoon of football. Who do the Mules have left? Well, they have next week head down to Christopher, take on CZR. And then on October 18th, they'll be home against Hamilton County, and then Edwards County on the road on the 25th. Who do the Wolves have left? They are at home the rest of the way. Hamilton County comes in, and on next week after that, TDW Academy out of St. Louis, and then Cesar Voliere to close out the season. Wolves need to win 2. Fairfield needs to win 2 to get to the playoffs. Matthew, thank you very much for joining.
It's my pleasure,
Great job.
Bruce.
Appreciate
I really
it.
appreciate the opportunity.
Let's go over the scoring with 8:42 to go here in the first half. It was a touchdown, 1-yard plunge for Cale Milner. There's that fumble as Ty's going over some of the replays of the game to this afternoon. Also with 1:47 to go in the first half, Cale Milner scored again the second touchdown of the game on a 4-yard plunge. That made the score 14-0 after the Barners run was good, the try for a point. Then all scoring stopped until late in the fourth quarter. Fairfield scored again with 2:39 to go in the ball game. 2-yard plunge by Keegan Downen. The run failed. That made it 20-0 Fairfield. And finally, with 1:24 to go in the contest, it was a 10-yard run. Cormac Massey, and the pass failed. The Mules win it 20-6. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in today. We appreciate it. Happy homecoming, everybody, for all of us at Wabash Cats TV. My name is Bruce Dickey, reminding you today's final score. Fairfield defeats Flora 20-6. So long from the train yard.